We have one of our favorite callers who we have not talked to in a long time. We have our favorite carjacker of the South, Lamont Carjacker Jordan from Tampa. Welcome to the show.
Lots of fantasy.
he gets drunk every Monday and then calls.
Love the energy dial.
Lamont,
What's up?
Give me a good say hello to the pigeons and AMG.
Yeah, AMG, the rapper? Bitch, they have my money, AMG?
Yeah.
Yes.
What up,
Motherfucking no.
This is my homie from back in the day.
Yeah.
Back when we was in school in Cleveland. When
I'm
he was
going
out
to
of
bump
jail.
an amigo.
What'd you say?
Say it again.
Claudia, we used to bump that shit in the Jeep.
I know. When the Jeep that you carjacked and we used to ride around in, we would be playing
That was my
AMG.
shit. That was my shit.
Back in Cleveland. So give us some stories.
Well, I mean, I pretty much have been there and done that with all the sexual fantasies back in the AMG days, you know what I'm saying? So I got this one, but I still got this one, and it was something that I always fantasize about this one girl. And I want to share the story. It's going to be real quick, but one day I went to take her. I was like, it was my boy's girl and shit, and I was dropping her off at college. We used to kick it and shit a lot. And, you know what I'm saying? And then I was taking her back to the dorm and shit, and I was like, you know,
Wait a minute.
You
talking about me?
Sounds familiar.
I was taking her back to the dorm, and I'm like, this nigga don't know how to treat this chick, man. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to appreciate who she was. You know, she was fine as fuck. He didn't like her cussing and shit, like stupid shit. And I read everything about her personality. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking her to the dorm, like, man, I'm about to get this chick, dog. I'm about to get this chick, dog. She about to be on my motherfucking team. Fuck that nigga. But we got to the motherfucking dorm room and shit, you know what I'm saying? And she was just strictly on like, nah, nigga, you sleep on the bottom bunk, I'm sleeping on the top. Nothing ever happened. But to this day, I still fantasize about what I fucking did that day and how shit would be right now.
You jack off about it. You don't fantasize.
Right. Who was your homeboy? Did it someone I know?
No, it ain't no jacking off about it and shit. It's just still a fantasy. It's the only fantasy I got. I done did the menage a trois and the orgies and the fucking all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm older now. I'm done with all that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, thank you, Lamont. It was good to hear your voice. Give us a call next week, okay? Thank you. All right, we got Clyde from Philly. Welcome to the show. Philly got some nasty strip clubs. It goes down in Philly. My brother told me stories about Philly strip clubs, pregnant women on stage, squirting milk squirting milk in the first 3 rows.
Pregnant strippers. That's
nasty. Clyde, speak on it. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, right. That's the real deal. But listen, I had a weird experience one time. My family's got funeral homes. And I had to go there one night to write a couple of checks for the next day. And we were out, you know, partying and everything. I said, oh, damn, I forgot to write those 2 checks. I said, do you mind if, you know, I stop by there and write these 2 checks out? So I go in and I go in the safe, I get the checkbook out, and I'm sitting there at my desk writing the checks out. And she's hemming and hawing. And outside in the lobby area, we have a casket display.
Oh.
All this chick kept fantasizing and hinting to me was that me and her could make out in one of the caskets. And I said no.
Wow. You're dating Elvira.
So what happened?
Yeah. If we mess up that casket, we just bought it. Okay.
So what?
So
that was one story. Now the other one was I was dealing with this woman back in my bachelor days.
Wait, hold on. Did you do it in the casket?
No, I couldn't. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pay for that casket. She wanted some wild, kinky sex up in that casket because I know how she was. I wasn't about to ruin a casket. I'd have to pay for it out of my pocket.
Right.
What's the next one, real quick?
Pardon me?
What's the next story? Want to hear?
The next story was I was dealing with this woman, and I stopped in a bar to have a few drinks, and it was in a small town, and the women in this town, it's a country town, and outside of Philadelphia. And what happens is, if you're not from that area, the woman wants to be seen with you. Okay? You know, look who I'm with. So I called her up. I said, listen, I'm in the bar. I done had enough to drink. I'm on my way home. As soon as I down this last beer, I'm gone. So I said, don't come here. I said, you go to my house and wait for me. I'm right behind you. Make a long story short, about 5 minutes later, here she come busting in the door. Comes over, sashays over to the bar, and sits down next to me. So I'm saying, like, God, this ain't what I told her to do. Now I'm fuming. So I said, okay. So I said, you want something to drink? I buy her a drink and everything. I said, listen, we ain't walking out of here together. I'm going to walk out first, and I'm going to say, I'll see you later. And you come in, leave about 10, 15 minutes later and come on over to the spot. When she finally gets to the spot,
Did you
I'm
fuck
like,
the bitch or what?
Thank you, AMG. We'll never know.
Can we get to some fucking please?
Nigga needs a friend. That nigga need a friend, right?
Thank you. Oh, did we lose the call?
I think we dropped the call.
Damn it. Hate when that
Damn.
happens. One story.
That nigga send an email to the show.
We'll read it.
I mean, try to call us back. We'll try to get you back on.
All right, more male fantasies. Here we go. Sex with 2 or more women. Boring,
Of course.
right? Is that fun or is it too much?
It's great.
Okay.
It depends on your attitude. They got Viagra and all that shit now. Red Bull. And
Fuck the gold digger game. All of
it's
it.
just I hate gold diggers.
Right.
I love platinum diggers though.
All right.
They're more adventurous. I
Dream
listen,
big.
I listen to the show. Hey.
And we're going to get to one platinum digger. Shelly has an interesting story about a very disgusting sexual fantasy. Voyeurism, when you like to watch other people do it. There's some like download.
I love that.
There's these like little freaky clubs in L.A.
Where?
Voyeurism at Shelly's when you watch other people do it.
You watch people do it.
How long she been married? All her life?
No.
When, how
I've
long you
never
been
heard of
married?
that word.
Voyeur. You never heard of voyeur?
No. There's a lot of words Shelly's never heard of before. So
All you
Tuesday,
do is go over that room and take your shit off.
Special.
go to the room and do what?
Take your
Okay.
Clothes off. You'll see a better voice.
Anyways, there's a bunch of these clubs on the low. There's a bunch of these clubs on the low in LA where people can go and then they can just kind of have their way. It's an expensive membership, and they're downtown. It's like that movie, the movie with Tom Cruise.
Eyes Wide Shut.
It's like that. They have all those kind of sexual things going on.
Which one you go to?
The one on Pico. Giving or receiving oral sex, cross-dressing.
Yeah.
He can't do it. No.
I don't know
Who
one
that?
person
No.
I don't know. Yeah.
that cross dresses.
Bondage. Anyone ever want to be tied
A
up?
dude?
Yeah.
Some dudes like being disrespected and
Like
violent.
really, really, really rich guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually
That like being sons.
Sleeping with whores and group sex. Now, a really rich guy story. Shelly Rio?
Oh,
We know a girl.
I have lots of friends that have rich boyfriends. That
But there's one guy, he
take
pays
care of him.
top dollar.
Yeah. So she has to basically go number 2 on him.
Oh.
Yeah. But the sick part about it is that like she'll bring her friends and not tell us who this person. Like when I met him, I didn't even know who he was. So we go there and this guy is chasing us, like literally trying to like hook up with us.
Oh.
And
So
so
he's obsessed with ass.
ass, yeah. So my one girlfriend crapped on him, and he was really upset because it wasn't hard enough. And I'm like, that was disgusting.
It was the gooey kind.
I'm like, I can't even go to the bathroom with the door open. Never
Yeah,
mind.
like-
Wait, so he was disappointed. He wanted it.
Yeah.
He wanted a more solid
And then like
waist.
I was like, oh, I have to go. I was sitting down, he's playing volleyball. I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. He's like, can I watch? I'm like,
You stay?
I'm like, where? I was island, stuck in the middle of nowhere.
So Shelly,
I
how
had
much?
nowhere to go.
Shelly, how much money did you make?
Come on, for real.
We'll be back. We're going to get to the bottom of this after the break. Call in 877-2106-106. We're talking about sexual
So gross.
fantasies. Special guest, AMG.